Welcome to the walkthrough video on datetime functions in MySQL. Most databases have a variety of different types of functions to work with a variety of different types of data. MySQL has a set of functions specifically associated with datetime data or data that can be stored in datetime columns. In this video, we will be going over some of the functions that are present that can be useful to manipulate and work with datetime data. In this case, we will be taking a look at the use of these functions based on the text database. So we're going to use the text database. The table that we're going to work on with is called exped. Select star from exped. And we can see that in this table, there are about 1,000 rows, and one of those columns in this table is a column called sales date that has a variety of different dates present over here. You have transaction ID, location, and item information about the item, the channel, the quantity of the item, and the revenue from the item. And so we have a variety of different items that are present in this table sold on different dates. So let's take a look at some basic date time functions, starting with a function called year. The thing to keep in mind is that each column, specifically in this case, sales date, is of type date. And we can see that on the left-hand side where my cursor is currently. We can see that sales date is a date type column, right? And that means that this date time column has three different components: year, month, and date. And we can use functions to extract each of these components out of the date time column. The first function, year, extracts the year component of the datetime column. Specifically, if I say select year and the column that contains the date, sales date, from the exped table, if I run this, notice that I have, of all of those date column, all of those date values, I have the year component of that. Now notice that in this case, I see a lot of 2010s. If I want to see if there's more than 2010 over here, I can do select distinct year sales date, and I see that really all of those sales were from 2010. Right? Again, this is dummy data, but if we had more values of year sales occurring in 2011, 2012, we'd see those values over here as well. So the year function extracts the year component of a datetime column. Another function is called month. The month function extracts the month component of a datetime column, or a date column in this case. And so we see different months over here. If I do select distinct month, we see that we have 12 rows returned, or 1 to 12, because there are 12 months in a year. Now, associated with the month function, there's a function called month name. The month names function does something similar, but instead of extracting the month as a number, month name extracts it extracts the string representation of the month. And so I see January to December. We can see the month name function converts the numbers into actually string representations of the name of the month. Similar to year, month, we also have day. The day function extracts the day component. And we can see the day component. Another function is called day of week. The day of the week function looks at the date and actually determines which day of the week that date falls on. So if I do select day of week of sales date from Xped, we will see it tells me the specific day of the week, whether it was first, second, or third day of the week. Now, this isn't very useful because, well, I mean, Sunday is the first day and Saturday is the last day of the week, but we can actually get the names of the day of the week, and the way we do that is by using the day name function. So we can say select day name from sales date from Xped gives you the name of the day of the week. Now, one other function that one might find interesting is a function called datediff. Datediff is a function that calculates the difference between two dates, right? It calculates the difference in days between two dates. The way that function is used is select datediff, and we have to provide this function the two date columns separated by a comma from the table that we're interested in. Now, in the Xped table, I don't have two different columns, but if I did have two different columns, then I can use the datediff function to calculate the difference between two dates, and the result is provided in days. Similar to date functions, we have a variety of time functions. Unfortunately, we will not be able to look at the different time functions and what they're able to do because we don't have really any good time-related columns or datetime columns in the text database. Now, one can get more information about date functions and time functions by taking a look at the MySQL documentation, and one can just Google datetime functions MySQL and get a good sense of the different types of functions that are available to manipulate datetime data and how one uses them. This concludes the walkthrough of datetime functions. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much.